Hello, nail friends, friends that like nails, nails that like friends, all of those things, I guess, right? Today we're going to be doing a galaxy set, and I am showing you right now the colors I'm going to be using. We are using Madame Glam gels, gel polishes specifically. I am using Flying Purple as the base. I adore this color. It is amazing. Amazing. I'm not even kidding. I did one coat of this color. That is how amazing it is before I started my second layer. So, fantastic. We're also going to be using this new Manilology plate that I just got, which is also amazing. I know I keep using that word today, but I do love it. So the first thing I am going to do is pick up some nails and create some nebulous designs. The purpose of this is to be random and just kind of slap it on there, which is difficult to do because your brain really wants to create a pattern and it wants all the nails to have the same pattern, but you really don't want to do that because that's not how nature works. Nature is random. So you can see that I'm dabbing and daubing and making a mess of my nails on purpose. I do, when I do this, like to let them set up for a minute before I put them under the light, especially if I'm working on a client, because as you're dabbing and daubing, it makes the nail polish a little uneven, the gel polish. So because gel polish is generally self-leveling, it is great for it to be able to sit for a minute and just level itself out. If you have a little roughness, don't worry about it because you're going to top coat anyway. And I am going in with those other three colors, Celestial, and I don't remember the other two. I would have to, oh wait, hold on. I do, let me look, because I wrote up the info earlier. So the other two are Beautiful Chaos and Eternal. So I'm using those two as well. And Beautiful Chaos, I believe, is that brighter purple, and Eternal is the other, it's sort of a pinky purple, but it's a little more on the purple side. So I do really enjoy that combination. This made a beautiful nebulous. So if you're looking for great colors to do galaxies with, I highly recommend this group from Madame Glam. I bought them all separately, but like I said, they work really well together. The Eternal is a holographic, so I'm using a variety of mediums as far as finishes go for polish here. And I'm going to get close anytime I can so that you can see what these look like, because they are on a dark background. They're a little hard to show. I did my best to enhance them during the video just so that I could bring up those colors a little more and you could see it better. This set is actually very quick. It does not take a long time to do in the salon. I have cured those for a couple of minutes and now we're back, and I'm going to be using Pueen's Purely White, I believe it's called. And we're going to be making some hand-painted stars with that first, with a dotting tool, and then a liner brush. And then after that, we're going to be doing some stamping. So there's a little combination here going on. So here we go. I'm going to use my daughter, and then you can see it's a tiny daughter, but on the other side, I have the... It's just like a stick. It doesn't have a nubby or a ball or anything on the end of it. It's just like a teeny tiny, almost like a drawing tool, but metal. I am going to get a little annoyed with it in a minute because the paint was drying faster than I wanted it to under the bright lights. And so it was causing me to end up scraping into the paint a little bit, which doesn't always happen when you're not obviously working under bright lights. But I am going to switch to my liner brush in just a minute to get the fine lines just finished up and tidied up because I wanted them a little neater. We are going to be doing some stamping over these last two nails and at the end, but not yet. Also, spoiler alert, I put a preview of the next set of nails I'm going to be putting up, but it's at the end of the video, so you got to wait till the end and watch the whole thing. I know I'm evil. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and clean these up and make it into like a bit of a fairy star or North Star, however you want to look at it. Don't worry about the size of your stars too much. They can be big, they can be small. And when you put the dots in, same thing. You want some variety, so don't be afraid to make some of your dots a little bigger, some of them a little smaller. Don't forget about the corners of your nails. That's really important. You don't want to leave a blank space on your client when you're working. This one is my favorite, by the way. I really love this nail. I just love the way all the nebulous work came out on this nail. It's probably my favorite. There's, I feel like always one. Those of you that are nail techs out there, I'm sure you will agree with me. There is always one nail or one or two nails that are your absolute favorite of the set. I don't know why that is, but there just is. It's just the way it is. After I get these two done, we're going to go right over to the stamp. So I cut out a lot of the arbitrary stuff here. On the stamping, I am only going to go in with half the stamp because I only need it halfway. This is a very large, this particular one is a large stamp. It does have the astrological symbols on the side. And yes, I did use the most current ones. So if you notice, there is the Cancer symbol and some of the others. Taurus is on there. There's a couple others going that way because that's where we are. It's May. I'm so glad it's May. I'm so glad we're back to the spring and there's green around me. I live in New England and it is green and that is lovely. The other thing I'm going to do on the next nail is go over to the moon stamp, not the one in the center, on the side. That one actually has the same astrological wheel. However, it is the star configurations, not the astrological symbols. So for those that are keeping track, we have the whole wheel by the end of this, and a sun and a moon. So, just saying, we covered it all. For the next nail, we're going to be putting in that Taurus and Gemini because those are the energies right now, folks. If you follow astrology right now, we are crazy. We've had eclipses, we've had retrogrades, we've got Taurus going on. You can check out my tarot that I just did where I kind of told you all about all the crazy things that were going on and are going to continue to go on for the month of May. But that's not here. Here we're doing nails. So I'm going to tap this right into that center point. And there you go. So it just gives that finished look to that nail. So for those of you that might have been thinking, why is she leaving that center place blank on both of those nails? Now you know. I'm going to go in again. This time I'm going to hit the Gemini configuration up over here. We're going to stamp that in. The other thing I love about this, though it's tiny as possibly can be, it does actually label all of the star configurations for you. So when you stamp it out, it has the little name on it, which I just think is so cool, even though it's just so tiny. All right, so if you're keeping track, we have 4 out of our 5 nails done. The last one, we're going to use that center moon. It is the moon phases along with the moon and the sun. I did just clean off my scraper. That is super important. You want to make sure you clean your scraper all the time because otherwise your scrapers won't be a clean pickup. And for those of you that have watched a few of my videos, you also know that I do love and adore Manilology plates because they are clean. Look at that. So clean. The grooves are deep enough on them that you very rarely have to restamp or repaint to restamp, which saves a lot of time when you're working as a technician and you're at the salon because you don't have time. We never have time. All right, there's our 5 done. Wait until you see them with the 5 Express. That is the C&D Shellac 5 Express. It really pops these colors out and they are beautiful. Check that out. It's my favorite nail, remember. I'm looking like a crazy person right now. I don't usually paint nails that way, but I was just... yeah, I was enamored with all the colors popping, and I got a little crazy. I do also like to float, when I'm working on a non-person like I am right now, I do like to float a little extra top coat. There you go. They're all done and pretty and shiny. And our inspiration is still sitting behind, as you can see. That inspiration set does have foils in it. I chose not to do it when I redid the set because I wanted to try out some other things. So there you go. That's the inspiration set and our final set done. Beautiful. Enjoy. Don't forget to check out the next preview. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.